Hey friends, welcome back to the Gubba Homestead. I'm Gubba, a first-time homesteader following in the footsteps of my homesteading forebears. And behind me I have the chicken coop, and I want to give you guys some pointers if you're going to be getting chickens for the first time like I am. And I want to share with you everything that I have learned and show you my new and cleaned out chicken coop. So before we get into that, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another Gubba Homestead video. Let's get into it. If you guys saw my other video of the before of the chicken coop, it was absolutely horrible. It was like a mouse house, and I had to get in there. I spent a whole day cleaning it, masked up everything, got a vacuum to clean it all up, and bleached it, everything. It was horrible. And now, since I got it cleaned out, I insulated it, I put up some plywood. I'm still in the middle of it, but I have learned a lot, and I want to pass on my wisdom to you. So let's get in and I can show you around. So this is the entrance to my chicken coop, and right here is where I will be housing the chickens. My chicken coop is divided into two areas. We have this area, and then this area over here. We have this area which has a door that pulls closed, and I can latch it, which is super nice. So in the summer I can close this and then close this and then have like a nice breeze coming through. So this is the center. There's a door right here, but like I said, I'm not going to be utilizing this space. It's too big for my needs. And for right now, I am just focused on this area. So this is the nesting boxes in here that I showed you in the other video. I still need to get a hinge because it's broken, and then a handle, and we're good to go here. And I mentioned that I insulated the chicken coop. I got some R13 insulation. So the R value is just how insulated it's going to be. The higher the value, the more insulated, but R13 was good enough for my needs. And I also got softwood shavings that I will be covering this floor with. I did not want to go with hay because hay is, from what I've seen, just a nightmare. It just accumulates moisture and is super gross to clean up. So I am not doing hay, but I will have hay in my nesting boxes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nesting boxes. And pro tip, it's about 3 hens per nesting box, so they get comfortable, they have space. So I could comfortably have 18 chickens. Or 18 hens. I'm getting 9 hens. I need to clip this chicken wire. I need to fill in these holes. So nothing too big. My big projects were insulating, which I did. And as you can see here, I have not put plywood onto these walls yet. What I have done has taken me all stinking day yesterday. And then I'm still figuring out what I want to do with the door. I'd like to get an automatic door, but if I don't have that set up by the time the chickens get here in about a week, that's okay. I can come in here and open this up for them. And I also need to install like just a little ridge so nothing can knock the door back. I'm also going to be putting my roost along here. So you walk in and they have some space right here. The whole thing will be covered with the wood shavings, and then I'll have a slanted roost. I'm deciding still right now how big it's going to be, and a roost is where the chickens go to rest during the day or during night, and they like to rest up high instinctively to stay away from predators. I also discovered this in the floor. It's a little sketchy putting weight on. I personally don't know how to replace floor, and it's just right here. So I have some boards that I'm going to be covering right here to, well, keep it safe and so the chickens don't fall through. The chicken weight, I mean, it holds me, like, but if I jumped, it would probably be an issue. So eventually I'm going to take care of that. I don't know what I would do if I started ripping up floor, to be honest. I'm not a construction expert, so I came up with some other ideas to manage for that. As you can see right here, insulated the walls, and then I put plywood over, and then I just nailed in the plywood. I haven't done anything with these windows. This is how the windows came, and there's some foam insulation. And then a board right here, I'm assuming to keep the chickens out the windowsill, which I'm also going to put a board right here once I'm done putting plywood everywhere. And I'm happy with how the plywood job turned out. And any cracks like you see right here, if you have these in your chicken coop, any crevices, I am going to be using backer rod to just fill in the holes. So then there's just like less holes for like, you know, bugs, mice, and things to run in. So all these gaps I'm going to be filling with backer rod. It's not the biggest priority to me right now. It's just something I'm going to get done in the next month. Another great way to keep your chicken coop bug and rodent free and natural way is to use Diatomaceous Earth and then sprinkle it around the perimeter and in your insulation and on the walls, because it's a natural bug deterrent and rodent deterrent. So this is just what I use to clean up the coop. There were also 2 heating lamps that came in my chicken coop, or actually 3, that you can use to keep your chickens warm during the winter, but I am going to be using a chicken heating wall panel that I'm probably going to hang up maybe right here. It's safer than having these heat lamps. Like say these fall and they fall onto my wood shavings. These are just such a fire risk. I've read so much about them. I don't even really want to mess with them. I might keep them high up. I don't even know, because if a chicken flew up and hit it, I don't want anybody to get hurt. But there are these amazing chicken wall heaters that I will link in the description below that are safe, not a fire hazard, and of course you have to be careful with electrical, which I have an electrical outlet up here. And if you noticed, I don't have anything else insulated because insulating this entire thing would be a huge, huge project for me. So I have just focused on this. And so like I said, this runs out into the chicken run, which we can go take a look at right now. Here's my puppy rolling in the field next to the chicken coop. She's such a dork. So this leads into my chicken run. This is a door that I will not be using, so cover up any openings into your chicken coop because you don't want predators getting in. And then also something that I love is this chicken coop, this chicken run can be separated into 2. So right here, I just open this. Whoop. That's closed, but I'll get better closure. This is where the chickens will be running out. And then we have this run right here. There's my puppy. So, and I've been cleaning up the run, making sure, obviously I need to get that out, but that there's not any garbage. And yeah, we're getting almost ready to go. So I still need to build my roost, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I have to get a waterer, feed, a feeder, and I'm pretty much ready to go. I already have hay that is going to be good for the nesting boxes. Again, I would not recommend using hay for the flooring because all the moisture just accumulates on the bottom and it gets smelly and super gooey. The wood shavings are nice, and that is what my neighbor uses, and there's so many different opinions online, so I would suggest using what you feel comfortable with. It is so important to have a clean area for your chickens to live in. You want them to thrive and be happy little chickens. So that is why I took so much time cleaning up this coop. It is a night and day difference from what it was before, and I am getting 9 hens and a rooster just because, you know, I like going above and beyond and I have the space for it, so why not? I also have a freeze dryer so I can freeze dry all the excess eggs. You can also freeze eggs to preserve eggs. You can water jar preserve eggs, and I believe that's where you use like limestone to preserve them for long term. You can also make noodles to preserve eggs. There's so many different ways that you can preserve eggs, and I like to stock up on things, so it only makes sense that I got a lot of my own chickens. I plan to have them free range so they can be able to go out in the yard. The only thing that they'll have to watch out for is the dogs, but the dogs will be away while the chickens are out, and I am just so looking forward to getting chickens. They are all of the same breed, and the breed off the top of my head I don't remember, but they are a egg laying breed. There's egg laying meat birds, and then there's dual purpose, or the meat birds are also called the broiler birds. I'm not getting any meat or dual purpose birds, I just wanted eggs, so in the future I might look into getting meat birds. And then I also have this whole half of the chicken coop that I could use for something. I don't know yet what I'm going to use it for, but I am just starting out the chickens and seeing how it goes. So make sure to leave all of your comments down below and let me know what you think of the chicken coop. And I don't know, I was thinking I could Airbnb it out for like a chicken coop experience. Would you come stay in my Airbnb? Okay, don't do anything in Gubba wouldn't do. Thank you for coming to check this out. I told you guys in my first chicken coop video that I was going to be cleaning it up, and I did, and it is no longer a mouse haven. So, don't do anything in Gubba wouldn't do. Get out and clean up your chicken coops, and I'll see you another day. Bye!